I just go single barracks. I tend to go single barracks on this map. It's just, it's just what I do, what I prefer. It doesn't appear to be any less beneficial or disadvantage to do two barracks or one barracks. I will get my war factory up quicker. I'll cap my spikes a bit later, but it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, Steel Talon's a little bit more competitive now. Still have problems against Scrin, but I think the double A nerf will readdress that, because Steel Talons tend to, because they're so slow, they tend to get worked over on the ground by Scrin, and they kind of rely on their air a bit too much to get the job done, and they just can't operate around the Scrin double A, they just get murdered. Well, that's my opinion anyway. In my games, or from my experience, it's just really tough to take them. And it looks like Eclipse is running over some Tiberium just to flank around there. I'm picking away at his garrison there. All the spikes have been captured. Eclipse places his war factory quite far forward there. And he's got scouts coming around. I think he did train more scouts than me. Did he? No, he only trained 1, 2, 3. No, it looks like he trained 3 as well, just by the radar look there. I'm going to go with 3. I trained 3 as well. He's going to take that structure. So he's got his heavy harvesters up. Harvesters as well. Like the 1.02 economy is fully implemented now. The harvesters do have their health back. I'm not really sure. They didn't need a nerf. I mean, the economy was fine, I think. The economy was just fine. Maybe you could put refineries to 2,500 and harvesters to 1,500. But that would have to be tested. But apart from that, I don't think you're going to see much change in the economy. As you can see, I moved these guys over here just to help destroy that structure. And there's a Titan coming out by Eclipse, so he obviously wants to run through and crush some harvesters, but he kind of just goes straight down the middle, and I kind of see that. So you would have thought he would have gone around and maybe snuck in where it was a bit too late for me to do anything about it. Because I'm going to see that there. That Pitbull may be able to get through. It does. The Titan does have a range boost. I think it lost its cannon armor. It got set back to 1.02 cannon armor, I think, because I'm not sure why, because it still gets totally dominated, but there was just that one rush that I could do where it was really powerful. So Titans, yeah, they're still a defensive weapon unless they've got lots of units around them. They're not going to do well in the field. They're pretty much a defending unit, and I've quickly built a Titan because he's got a Titan and I want to stop his, so I went triple ref, and now he's going to try and go forward to crush, but obviously I can see what he's trying to do, and I'm just going to pull those harvesters away, stop his harvester. No, not his harvester, his what do you call it? His Titan. Yeah, that's it. But I had to move those 4 harvesters away, so they stopped harvesting for a second. I guess that's a little bit of a delay, but probably not worth a $1,300 price tag of the Titan. And Eclipse went for early expansion, so that Titan was just to keep me busy, I think, while I went for early expansion. On this map, you only go for early expansion if you want map control, because there's so much Tiberium on your main. You really don't need to expand that quick. And he's even sent a Pitbull in, but he's going to lose that as well. My plan was to fast tech Firehawk, but I decided to go triple ref at the last second and then go fast Firehawk. So Eclipse is going, he's got his comm center up as well, so he's almost got as much economy as me. He needs an extra harvester just to, oh no, he does. He's got 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got the same, but it's just spread out on 2 different fields, so we're pretty even. I got my airfield up. I'm just picking away at his spike. Rifle's not as powerful with the APM upgrade, and slingshots are a bit more powerful now. They're not, or their pre-tungsten has been buffed, but their post-tungsten has been nerfed. But they do have a little bit more armor now. I mean, they were really fast. They probably don't deserve a lot of armor, but they just needed it just so they could not get absolutely dominated by a few air vehicles coming in and just sniping them away. So the extra 10% on the armor there will just give them a little bit more health. It's not going to make them overpowered. It just gives them an edge. And look at that. Eclipse Orca strikes my command post, but I Orca strike his refinery. Basically, I'm not going Orcas. I just wanted him to build some air defense. There's a few Titans coming around here. I was just going to run them into his expansion, see if I could make it there, but I'm not going to make it in. Those pits are going to stop me. I might not even be able to get a pit. No, I get one. And those Orcas are going to come and finish me off. So yeah, basically I used the Orca strike to get Eclipse to try and build some air defense, but he didn't build any air defense, which was really risky. He built lots and lots of pitfalls. I think that's still a good move. I mean, I didn't want him to build armor. I built lots of air defense because I'm pretty sure he had Orcas. I've already got 2 Firehawks on the deck. I got my tech center up. He's just really cranked pitbulls. There's a few pitbulls here by me, so he's going to push everything into my base. I quickly load those Firehawks with their missiles because I know the Orcas are coming straight away, and here they come. and the Firehawk's going to come around. They're going to start dominating those guys. Actually, one's been loaded with bombs. I quickly try to stratifight them out, but I stratified them over here in the rush to get rid of them, and they kind of just went back into the enemy. One's managed to escape, but 2 of them did get shot down, and the rest of my units are in here now. That Firehawk's going back. No, he's turning around. There are actually 2 there, so I did lose at least 2, I think, and another one is being built now, just chasing those guys away. I do have a mammoth tank. I am upgrading railguns because I thought it was going to come down to a railgun game, even though this is an artillery map. Because of the choke points, it's better to go behemoth. But I was just worried that because he was steel talons as well, if he got railguns, he'd be a lot more powerful than me. Veteran mammoths, they are still in the game. They're not game breaking at all. In 1.02 economy, you're not going to see very many of them at one time, so they can still get countered like all hell because they're very slow. There's actually a veteran Titan there. That's something else. The Titan XP bug has been fixed. My Firehawk's coming in there just to drop his tier 2. Actually sells it off. Yeah, the Titan XP bug has been fixed, so the Titan ranks up correctly now. It used to have as much as a mammoth tank to rank up, but now it's got its appropriate rank up. And the Zocon Predator bug has been fixed as well, so the Zocon won't give away an amazing amount of veterancy to other units. I think that's what it did. It gave lots of veterancy away. Orca strike there. A few of Eclipse's orcas being cleaned up by Firehawks, while his Firehawks head over and bomb my airfield. I'm not sure if I sell that off, if I see it. Try to sell it off, but there you go. A few rockets shoot at them. I have Firehawks midfield, and I actually jumped them up. They're actually pretty close to get in front. I only jumped them like half a screen when you think about it, just so I could get in front of these guys. And so there's a pretty intense air battle here. He's coming in, I'm coming in, and no one really wants to give away the skies here. There's crap going everywhere. There's Firehawks going down all over the place. He's got dual airfield Firehawk. I didn't want to give up the skies because in these matches, when someone goes Firehawks and the other guy counters with Firehawks, it tends to be just people only building them just to kill the other guy's Firehawks. So it's just not returning any. It's just no gain for either player. They're just blowing the crap out of each other in the sky. And there goes another Firehawk. That was definitely Eclipse's. So I'm moving out. I need some economy. I did drop another airfield. I kind of need a refinery up there. I could probably just about sell off all that. I've only got 2 Firehawks at the moment, so I do just send them out on patrol. I'm just going to shoot down anything that comes too close to me. And no, I don't have AP ammo. I do have scouts in the middle. I've got my scouting up. I've sent some infantry down here because I'm a little bit short on overall units. My Firehawks are coming in. Basically, I was just looking for enemy Firehawks to blow up. So this is what I was talking about when both sides go Firehawks. Well, one side goes Firehawks to bomb, the other side goes Firehawks to counter. It just ends up being a Firehawk v Firehawk fight, and then whoever just gives up and stops building them ends up handing over the sky to the other guy, and they just orca build and have all the escort they want. So I really didn't want to give up because I'd lost games like that. So Pitbull's guarding up top. These guys have moved back. Not sure where those Firehawks have gone. They did strata back to base because Eclipse wasn't really doing anything with his. They were just kind of sitting on the deck. So I've finally got some economy up here. Quickly fenced it. If he has hard pointed Firehawks, he will destroy that, but not with those ones. He's upgraded Stratofighter as well. I don't have hard points. Kind of a little bit pushed for money at the moment. I've just sold off a pretty big chunk of my base. And Pitbulls v Pitbulls up here. So I'm actually losing out. I don't have as much Pitbulls as Eclipse does. And Firehawks are coming in. They do have hard points, but I don't think it's equipped yet. They just got upgraded while they're in the air. And as you can see, I just come in, drop a few buildings. I'm not micro, wasn't as good as it could have been. And I moved them over here because I was worried that Eclipse was waiting to just bomb that airfield. And you can see I pulled all my harvesters back, quickly drop a railgun guardian, and there's some more infantry coming now. So just pushing those guys back. That railgun guardian does a pretty good job. Railgun guardians, especially if you put RGA on them. The RGA is still at 60 seconds, so it's very potent and you can use it a lot. A few mammoths coming in, 2 fully upgraded mammoths, a lot of infantry coming in. It was at the stage of the game I realised that Eclipse had gone a lot of behemoths. He's actually going fully upgraded mammoth tanks as well. Doesn't have adaptive armor yet. His Firehawks just flying around here. Mine are coming in, they do have hard points, but again, because I haven't seen his Firehawks for so long, I'm like, yeah, he obviously doesn't want to fight. So I just go in and try to bomb, and I think that's what he was waiting for. This kind of gets a little bit messed up. Yes, I lose one Firehawk. but I dropped the space up in command and an upgraded power plant, and really I had plenty of bombs, only 2 Firehawks. I needed to just do that. And he comes in and he manages to strata in and shoot one down before it gets on the deck, so that's a nice move. Double A guns here, they're a little bit more powerful, pre-tungsten, but as you can see that Firehawk can still tank a fair bit of damage from it. And he's going to fly back. I may be able to strata in. I think this is where I strata in. Yeah, here you go. And I've got hard points and I drop all of his Firehawks on the deck without loss. So a lot of tactical use there. Those guys just flying back. One of them appears to want to go back over here. It looks like I've double airfield them. And we're both stealing Tiberium over here. Eclipse is trying to get a base up, but he is moving this army midfield, and I start to panic here because I don't have enough to stop him. So I spread my units out. I've got a big kind of shell of units here. I'm trying to get my space arming command so I can get my shockwave, because I know that he doesn't have shockwave now because I just destroyed it, and the chances of him rebuilding it that quickly probably aren't the best. And so this is a bit here. Eclipse has a much larger force than me, but because I'm spread out, his behemoth's going to take one of mine down at a time. You can see this behemoth's all the way across there, and I even send the Firehawks in just to be targets pretty much. I did know they were there. Mammoth tanks, they just run forward. And as you can see, Eclipse, he's just having trouble. His units are overlapping one another, and they're kind of getting trounced. He is dropping behemoths, but the problem is that his are really condensed, and my behemoths are spraying their shot and getting a lot of units in there. So somehow I managed to come out on top, and Eclipse wasn't very happy about that. He just assumed his force was bigger, he'd win. Not the case. He did come up through a choke point. My force was spread out. Basically, I was really surprised to come out without such heavy losses. I mean, there's 3 or 4 behemoths that went down. And I'm just about to drop that. I think that Firehawks will come in soon. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't lose as much as I did. But yeah, Eclipse, his units being so condensed is what really cost him. And this is where 4 hardpoint Firehawks, I think it's like 10 or 11 bombs or something, to drop a fence building. We can see as they come in, bam, they drop it, more than drop it. So that laser fence isn't going to fix it. Isn't going to save you from Firehawks anymore. As you can see, I'm running some combat engineers. They did get their speed nerfed, but now they're just pretty much as slow as other engineers. I think they're only a tiny bit faster. Again, I think maybe that was a little bit too much. I mean, you can't even notice the difference anymore. That behemoth, a little bit hard to spot in the wreckage there, but there it is. So I'm reclaiming mine. Eclipse did pretty much destroy all his husks. He's coming back with more, but again, yeah, his units weren't spread out. They are all condensed, and I pretty much took them out, no worries. Firehawks coming in, dropping power plants. See, now my behemoths are kind of cooped up here. They're lucky they don't take too much splash damage. Eclipse has a Firehawk. I use Shockwave. He does have adaptive armor, but he doesn't equip it in time. He doesn't activate it in time, should I say. And he uses Shockwave right back on me. And it's going to be Behemoth versus Pitbull there, so Eclipse isn't going to win this. He's getting attacked by superior forces now. Now I have the superior force and I'm spread out. So that really makes a massive difference in Juggernaut v Juggernaut or Behemoth versus Behemoth fights. If you spread your forces out, really they can only kill one at a time, or face spraying their shot. And Eclipse, with that, he surrenders. So yeah, he wasn't very happy about losing that middle fight, but that was a good game of both players. I mean, again, patch isn't finished, victory means nothing. Quick 14-minute game there. We'll just skip along. I'm not really too focused on these stats here. They don't mean a lot in this patch just yet. Structures, everything's pretty much on par. Eclipse did get a lot more, or a little bit more economy than me. He got 11 grand more, but really he lost out in the Firehawk fight. He still had Firehawks at the end, but yeah, he just didn't use them enough, I think, considering the number he had. So well done to Eclipse, nice game. And I'll bring you one more game. Let's have a look who's in this last game. Sun Mabulus versus Crazy GDI fan. Now this is the developer, this Crazy GDI fan guy, and this is another Black Hand versus GDI. I think I haven't seen this one. I didn't see the first one either, but obviously I'd seen the second one because I was in it. GDI versus Black Hand. There we go. So Sun Mabulus is GDI. Crazy GDI fan 123, who is the developer on patch 1.03, is playing his Black Hand. Where did he place his first?